everybody? I am Scotty J. Welcome back to Rock Titan Live. We've got an amazing show for you today. I've got multiple guests with us. And the really cool thing is these guests we have right now, we have had on the show before. However, we have never talked about this specific band that they are both a part of. The guitarist for this band is one of the greatest guitarists on the planet Earth. He is revered the world over, and my man on the vocals could literally shatter glass. He's been mistaken for Rob Halford more than once. Ladies and gentlemen, I got Sean, the Hell Destroyer Peck, and Ross, the Boss Friedman from Death Dealer. Guys, how are you?
Yeah, good, man. Good to be on the show again. See you,
Yep.
Scotty J.
It's very nice to have you guys. This is our first Zoom, guys.
Let's zoom it up. Let's do it.
What do you think?
Zoom
I
is
like
good.
it.
Yeah. So Death Dealer. I've talked to Ross about Ross the Boss Band, and Sean, God, what haven't you and I talked about other than Death Dealer? I mean, we've talked some Death Dealer, but I don't know that we really talked. Even the last album, God, what the heck was the last album you guys put out? Hallowed Grounds. We might have talked about that, but I can't remember. But in any event, right now, what we have coming out on Friday the 13th, knowing you, that can't be a coincidence. Friday the 13th of November, Conquered Lands. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
Me and Ross are excited about it. It's been a while since we got the Death Dealer band back firing up. We've actually been working on the album we've had it like 80% done probably like 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yep.
And then, I got busy. Ross he's touring all over and kicking ass with the Ross the Boss Band. And we finally, found the time to finish it up, and we're pumped on it. Right, Ross?
Yes, right. Because time was always at hard to come by. But since the shit show happened, we have so much. We found ourselves with a lot of time, all of us, to stretch out and to write a lot of songs. And Stu Marshall and my partner in guitar and Sean Peck, of course, they wrote so many songs, and we're totally armed and ready to go. And we decided to put out Conquered Lands in November. And it's just an incredible record, and the free time is just let our imaginations go, and the free time is let everything happen. So Sean's ready, Stu's ready, Mike's ready, Steve's ready, and Ross is ready.
Okay, well, Ross, it's interesting that you dropped one particular name there, Mike LePond, because he's new to Death Dealer, is he not?
He sure is,
Yeah.
and obviously one of the greatest bass players on the scene today. I mean, he's an amazing musician. I think I would rank Mike LePond as top 5 bass players in the world ever, with Entwistle, Jack Bruce, stuff like that. That's how high I think he is. That's how good I know he is. He is just a force of nature on bass, and I'm sure that Sean agrees with me.
Yeah.
Sean?
So what happened was Ross stole the Death Dealer drummer, Steve Bolognese. So we stole the Ross the Boss bass player. So
That's right.
one
Now-
good
Yeah,
turn deserves another.
that's right. Now we have the fucking greatest rhythm section, and it's a pleasure to work with them, and it's going to be great when we start playing. It's just going to be awesome.
Yeah,
I know.
LePond is a stud for sure. But I got to ask both you guys, and I guess, Ross, I'll direct this at you first. Because both you guys, both you and Sean, you have numerous successful bands that you're a part of. Of course, with you, the primary focus is Ross Boss Band. Sean, I guess it's kind of split between Cage and the Three Tremors. But, for you, Ross, what makes you want to, keep Death Dealer in your, in your hip pocket, so to speak, your bag of tricks, bands that you just want to keep making music with? What is it about Death Dealer that motivates you to keep on making music with them?
Well, the original vision of Sean and Stu coming to me about this band that they wanted to form, and when I first got involved, and I said, when I first heard the first batch of songs, I said, these songs are winners. There's no doubt about it. And I loved War Master. It's one of the best records It's a killer fucking record. And then, you know, Hollowed Ground, and you know, it's just the songwriting is there. The songwriting is there. The musicianship is there. The quality is there. The passion is there. The soul is there. I think Death Dealer is going to make incredibly big inroads in the coming months. I really do. And there's plenty of time for everyone else's band too. You know, it's just we live in this time and space in the music business that you know, everything's going to go. I think when the green light goes on, we're going to be there.
Right on, man. Yeah, no, Conquered Lands is awesome. Sean, I mean, and as for you, my friend, you know, like we've talked about ad nauseum, you know, I mean, you are involved in so many different projects, but obviously I guess I'm just going to say, I think Cage and the Three Tremors are probably, you know, the closest, you know, near and dear to your heart, other than Death Dealer, of course. But you had that thing with Denner Shermann, you know, for a little while, but that's kind of that project is over and done with. But I guess why do you even feel the desire to keep something like Death Dealer going when you've got great things going with Cage and the Three Tremors?
Well, we had we did a couple tours. The first real tour we did with Death Dealer was an arena tour. I mean, we skipped to the front of the line and played 10 arena shows in Europe, Moscow, freaking Istanbul. And, you know, the place went nuts. You know, they didn't know who the hell Death Dealer was. So playing these songs live is super fun. We did another headlining tour in Europe. And I love playing the songs live. And, you know, the crew is really, we have a fun time. And now we got LePond in the mix. You know, being on stage with Ross is freaking awesome. And, you know, we went big early, man. We went out and just tested that cold, you know, 5,000 people a night, and they just went ape shit for it. So we know it's a good product. The tours we didn't really even play a lot of songs off Hollow Ground. So now that we have the third album out, we have like so much new shit to play that's going to be a blast.
Yeah, you do.
And everybody, there's something about this band and lineup. I mean, the metal world really likes it. I mean, the reaction to the pre-order and the first single release, Sorcerer Supreme, has been, you know, over the top. And so there's something magic about this group of guys, and it's fun, man. And that's why we're all stoked to do it.
That's awesome. Well, I absolutely agree with you, Sean, but I had to ask you. But yeah, no, I mean, the chemistry you guys have, I mean, between Stu and Ross, my God, I mean, it's like both you guys are amazing guitarists. You can play lead, you can play rhythm, you just complement one another so well. Then you bring in a guy like LePond, who, Ross, you said, I mean, he's this phenomenal bass player. Then you got Steve on drums, and you got the Hell Destroyer here that just, I mean, his vocals are as great as any iconic heavy metal singer ever. Like, we're talking the Bruce Dickinsons of the world. We're talking to Rob Halfords of the world. We're talking.
I like it.
I know you do, but I'm being sincere, Sean. I'm being sincere. I'm being totally sincere. But it's fun. One of the things I want to touch on specifically about Conquered Lands, and Sean, you are always just the absolute master of making sure you have the best artwork, the best lyric videos, like anything artistically associated with the music itself. I swear to God, you guys are unparalleled. Like, Maybe, except for like Iron Maiden, they come up with some like awesome covers for their albums and stuff like that. But other than that, man, you guys are insane.
I'm calling Steel Cartel Records the kings of the physical medium.
You are. The vinyl that you guys just pressed. I just saw the photographs of some of the vinyl you guys. Holy crap, dude!
Looks killer.
Everybody's got to get this.
I mean, you haven't even seen the booklet. I mean, the booklet itself is a masterpiece.
I mean,
and right now you've heard the record. You're one of the first people we've talked to that's heard the record.
Yeah.
So we don't even have one review of this record yet.
Right now we have a Conqueror pack. Got to have it all. We have the Ultimate Conqueror pack. We have Conqueror pack Final, Conqueror pack Digipack. I mean, it just keeps going and going, and it's just like, I mean, it's all due to Sean's imagination, and whatever he can think of, he does. and with Stu, and it's just amazing. I mean, I'm like, who does this?
It is amazing. Sorcerer Supreme, man. Sorcerer Supreme. When I heard that, I'm like, oh man, that's definitely all Sean. That is definitely all Sean's influence right there. He went for the baddest character in the Marvel universe, Doctor Strange.
I mean, you can see this is one of my rooms here. You can see, what you're dealing with as far as the
Oh
comic.
man.
I got the Juggernaut here, and I'm when it comes to writing comic book songs, I think I got the crown on that one.
Dude, so I got to ask you, Sean, because Ross, I'm assuming that, Sean came to you and he's like, we're going to do like a Marvel superhero song. All right, cool. You good with that? All right. Come up with some really cool guitar riffs and whatnot. We're doing it and that's it. Did it kind of go down like that? Or are you a Marvel Comics fan too?
Yeah. What's the cover of Hail to England?
Yeah, that's true. That's comic. That's
and
comic
Landgraf.
Okay.
A Marvel artist did that.
Okay. All right.
I grew up on that stuff.
Okay.
And that kind of stuff led to Manowar.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. So you were all in on this then?
All totally, 100%.
Right on, man. Right on. Okay. So, Sorcerer Supreme, I'm telling you right now, have any of you guys, I'm assuming, Sean, you're kind of like maybe the running the business behind Death Dealer here. Has anyone reached out about making absolute certain that Sorcerer Supreme is on the next Doctor Strange movie soundtrack?
No, I was actually, on a side note, we have a new Avengers song. I was trying to reach out to the Ubisoft for their new Avengers video game, because this new Avengers song that we got on the fourth Death Dealer album, I was like, man, this should be on the video game. But no, it definitely should be in the next Doctor Strange movie, which is called Multiverse of Madness, I believe.
It has to be on that. We got to make this happen. Everybody who's watching right now, we are lobbying. This is going to be a group effort. It takes a village. We got to make sure that Death Dealers, Sorcerer Supreme is on the next soundtrack for Doctor Strange. It must be on there. But what I was going to go back to, Sean, that you just touched on. So we're talking about the third Death Dealer album right now being Conquered Lands. But you mentioned a fourth Death Dealer album already?
Well, me and Ross and Stu, like I said, that we've been really active since the shutdown, and the fourth Death Dealer album's already done. Ross just has to finish up a couple leads, and the fifth Death Dealer album, probably 75%.
What? All right.
So much material, bro.
All right. So how in the world are we going to do this now? Because again, we're talking about Conquered Lands coming out Friday the 13th of November.
Right.
Is there any chance? Because obviously we're only in the tail end of September here. Might we sneak 4 in, even 5 for that matter, make this like a triple album extravaganza?
No, four is going to come out probably third quarter next year. It's going to be close though. We're gonna shoot it right out. So, there's jump on the Death Dealer train now, because there's just tons of it coming out. But I want to hear how you like the record, man. You're the first person to hear the whole freaking thing.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything, everybody, but I actually have my notes right in front of me because I was doing my review last night and I was breaking everything down. Now I'm not going to go through every single every song on the album.
Yeah.
But I will say a couple teasers. Sorcerer Supreme. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm thinking in my mind, how many songs have there ever been about like real superheroes? I can't think of a lot of songs that have ever been written about like legit cartoon comic book superheroes. The closest like thing I could think of, like of any magnitude that was like really huge, and this is reaching a little bit, but Godzilla by Blue Oyster Cult. Something
we did on the last album, Hollowed Ground. We had a song called Plan of Attack, which was Iron Man. That was one of the most popular songs off that one. Ross loved that track, right, Ross?
Plan of Attack, yes.
But no one else is doing it. No one else is doing it. You know, I mean, you guys would be it. Every Nation, all right? So there's a track, and I just said, you know, combine Ross the Boss and Stu Marshall, and you know you are in for wicked metal. The Hell Destroyer Peck just hits those highs as well as anyone. Add in a racing drum beat and a thumping bass, and you've got great anticipation for what's next.
Real good hooks on this album too. I think really good choruses.
Yeah, yeah. Beauty and Blood, Beauty in the Blood. Love Beauty in the Blood. Running with the Wolves. I really, really dug Running with the Wolves. And again, I don't want to spoil everything. Everyone's going to have to wait for this review that I'm putting out there, Sean. But you know, kind of like Running with the Bulls. You know, over there.
Yeah, that we can give you an exclusive piece of information right now. That's going to be a music video that'll probably come out in the middle of October for Running with the Wolves.
Awesome.
Hot, right? You heard it here first.
Right
on Rock Titan TV.
Yeah.
Running with the Bulls, Death Dealer music video.
Right on. Right on. Very, very cool. So yeah, man, I mean, everybody, I have heard Conquered Lands. I got the spoiler. You know, I get in advance because I'm media. That's how I roll. And of course, you know, I'm friends with the man, the myth, the legend, Sean Hell Destroyer Peck here. You know, and Ross the Boss Friedman. So,
what
man.
about the ballad 22 Gone Today? Did you check that one out?
I'm not sharing anything else.
My personal opinion.
I'm not sharing anything else because you know what, everybody that's watching this right now, this might be a little confusing because I don't know what order this is going to come in necessarily, but I have to tell everyone right now who is watching Rock Titan Live, and again, I am here with Sean and Ross from Death Dealer. They are going to be my debut piece, my debut feature, as I am going to be doing a little bit of writing now for Flirt Magazine. It is an absolutely awesome magazine, F-L-I-R-T, Flirt Magazine. It is Playboy meets Rolling Stone. It is heavy metal and beautiful women. So,
hey, in the article, you know, you can mention that I was voted class flirt in high school.
Well, now we got that. Now we got
pretty
that.
much perfect.
So,
Ross, what were you saying?
Was that?
Okay, keep going. Go, Scotty J. Ross wanted to talk about that ballad, though. I know.
Oh,
yeah. No, Ross, please go ahead with the ballad because again, this is all going to be part of this huge Death Dealer feature on both Rock Titan and Flirt Magazine. But go, Ross, please talk to me.
To me, 22 Gone rips my guts out when I hear it. It really does. I mean, it's just a depressing song, and it gets more depressing as it goes on. And it does. And it's just, it'll kill you. It's really, I mean, if you really listen to the lyrics and pay attention, and it's just, I'm like, oh shit. I mean, it's like, wow. It's like very, very disturbing. And it's
a song written about 22 American soldiers commit suicide every day. The guy sent me over this acoustic riff, and I came up with this vocal melody. I'm like, what am I going to write about? And I go, I'm going to go. I said, let me try and write the most depressing downer of a song. I want people to be hanging themselves from a ceiling fan after they listen to the song. And I got a feedback from one journalist who, you know, had the review. He got the album, and he just sent me over. Was like, man, that ballad is amazing. Like, he didn't mention anything about the other songs. So people are gonna be having a great heavy metal time. Then they're gonna hit that song towards the end and just be down in a bottle full of fucking Vicodin.
Jeez. Well, hopefully it's not any more lethal than the all COVID-19, you know. But we're not going there. We're not going there, you know. But
anyways, it's a great track. It's one of my faves on the record.
All right.
One more thing.
Yes.
About Sean Peck.
Yes.
I mean, this guy is a lyricist like you wouldn't believe. I mean, I know I worked with some great lyricists, as you know, and I mean, Sean is unbelievable with his output, and his imagination is just. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, he's got to be 3, 4. I don't know in the world. I don't know, but his songs and his choruses and and his output is just incredible. I mean, it's just, and also another thing I have to mention about the band that I love so much is my, and most of the bands that I've been in, I'm the only guitar player, except the Dictators. And
Right.
in this, I share the guitar with Stu Marshall.
Right on.
And it's incredible chemistry together when we're together. And it's like a mutual respect. And, you know, it's like for Stu, and it's like what he plays, I don't play, and what I play, he doesn't play. And it's just the way we work together on stage. It's just a great thing, you know. And it's I love playing with him. I just do. I mean,
Well, I'm glad
Yeah.
you brought up Stu. I'm glad you brought up Stu because I love him too. I got to talk to him over there in Australia, and actually, that's the only time I think on Rock Titan Live that I have ever actually talked about Death Dealer at length was with Stu. Man, that dude's got some of the most beautiful guitars I've ever seen. Oh man, they're so beautiful you almost don't even want to play them. You know, you just want to admire them visually. But Ross, that being said, when it comes to the guitar pieces, because you know Stu is quite the accomplished guitarist himself, how do you guys distinguish? You know, who's going to handle lead, who's going to handle rhythm? How do you guys split that off? Is there a lot of collaboration there, or do you just kind of feel it out?
yes, there's total collaboration. I mean, there are parts that in the song that it'll come to it and go, you know, that's for you. And there's other things that I go, Stu, that's your part, you know. And I don't care who plays what, as long as it's played right. It doesn't matter who plays it as long as it's correct. I don't care if it has to be 10,000 notes, then it's going to be 10,000 notes. If it has to be 5 notes, it's going to be 5 notes. That's just the way I've lived my whole career since 1975. So I mean, you know, whatever's right is right, and not one note will go on if it's until it's right, you know, and that's how we get to where we're at, you know. And I mean, Stewart is an impressive musician. I mean,
He is, man. You know what? I mean, it's funny because like the musicians in Australia, it's almost like another dimension. You know, it's like the multiverse of Marvel Comics or DC Comics. You know, it's like you almost don't know what's going on. But we are going to actually run out of time here very shortly, guys. Shoot.
Right.
Yeah. So we got we got a few minutes here left. But you know, that being said, so touring, we want to make sure that we fully support this album, Conquered Lands, as much as we can. So when things start to lift, are there plans for you guys to hit Europe, to do Australia, hang out in Stu's backyard and do this properly?
Yeah. We have a festival booked for March in England. I don't even know if that's going to happen or not yet, but that's the first one that's on the docket. We're just waiting to, like everybody else, to see when it clears up. In the meantime, we're just cranking out tons of Death Dealer material. And I mean, if people love Conquered Lands like we think they're going to love it, you know, wait till you get a load of Death Dealer 4 and Death Dealer 5, which are coming like a triple barrel shotgun right at you. So
that is no
I'm
joke.
looking forward to get on stage with Ross and Stu and all the dudes and freaking killing it. I mean, these songs are great heavy metal, man, and that's what people like. It sounds like fresh new heavy metal. It's fucking cool. It's you know, it's classic heavy metal, but it's got thrash in it. It's got epicness. It's got, you know, melodic. There's like some songs that might be like Dokken in some spots. And so it covers a lot of bases, but it's definitely got the Death Dealer soul. And the first 2 albums were, you know, received greatly. And the next products that we have coming out are, you know, on par with all of them. So we're excited, man.
Right on. Very cool. Well, everybody, again, we are here with Ross the Boss Friedman and Sean the Hell Destroyer Peck from Death Dealer. And they got Conquered Lands coming out Friday the 13th in November. And right now, you can go check out the Sorcerer Supreme lyric video. It is absolutely awesome. And Sean, again, going back to it, you got Running with the Wolves. You're doing an official music video for that.
Yeah, that's going to have a lot of live footage from our arena tour in it. And that song's kind of just about, you know, Death Dealer, we're a band, we're kicking your ass. It's like one of those kind of vibes.
Right on.
Really good song. And everyone, you know, you want to pre-order right now. The pre-order is selling like hotcakes, deathdealermetal.com, deathdealermetal.com. and go to the Steel Cartel
Steel
YouTube
Cartel.
channel. Just look at Steel Cartel.
Right on.
And if you could subscribe to the channel, would also be appreciated. And
Of course.
it's always good being on with Scotty
Always.
J. I can tell you that, baby.
We always have fun, man. We always have fun, guys. But yeah, thank you for joining me on Rock Titan Live again. And I can't wait. I cannot wait to share my take on this album with everybody. And, just get the full feature out there. Because, again, this is going to kind of be a hybrid release feature between Rock Titan and Flirt Magazine. Everybody, guys, ladies, if you're, into that kind of literature, that
Ladies,
kind of a
there's a lot of
publication.
testosterone in this band, ladies. A lot of testosterone. Ross
so you're gonna want to check out Flirt Magazine at the very least for the advertisements and for the interviews, like the one I'm doing with Death Dealer right now.
Always.
Even if you're not into the the entire centerfold, so, or maybe one of you ladies out there might want to be a centerfold. That could be a possibility too. But if
Now
everybody out there, yes, right, we want centerfolds. We want lots of centerfolds. But if everybody enjoyed this podcast with Sean and Ross, as I have no doubt you did, just go out to youtube.com/Rock Titan, subscribe, like. Do the same for Death Dealer. Do the same for Cage. Do the same thing for the Ross the Boss Band. And,
support Rock Titan TV.
Well, thank
support
you.
Rock Titan TV.
Thank you. Yeah, well, that is the plan, guys. We're moving onward and upward. But in any event, again, I am Scotty J with Rock Titan Live. Here with Sean and Ross. We're out.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Falling.